I've invited Jackie Schwabe today to give you a little insight into our business program that I created over the last year. She has been a member of the program and she has deep dived with me over the last 4 months, and it has been a lot of fun, I think. What do you think, Jackie? I'd love to hear your feedback about your experience. Tell the audience a little bit more about why.
I really enjoyed the program, and I didn't expect to. I kind of had like a breakup hangover with my last program, my last guru, and I was feeling really frustrated because I did all the things, right? I followed all the gurus, processes, and I'm a doer, and I did all the doings. And what I realized though is I wasn't doing all the beings. Like I was doing all the stuff on the checklist, but I wasn't really able to show up and execute the way that I wanted to. So I almost begrudgingly joined, but I knew I needed help. And it was a different experience. It was definitely different than anything I'd done before. And I may have done a lot of things before and spent a lot of dollars before. But it was the best group of other professionals that were in the group. It was like a curated group of individuals that were also trying to go from where they were to where they wanted to be. I've made lifelong colleagues and friends. I learned some stuff along the way. I filled a couple, I didn't need an overhaul, right? I needed a couple levers, a couple stop gaps. And that was really what I was missing. Every program I went into wanted me to do their thing, their way, their process. And they didn't take into consideration what I'd done, where I'd been already, what I had already had in place, what I didn't have in place. And I felt like I continued to recreate a square wheel over and over. I had a bus going down the road with like 4 square wheels on it, right? And I was trying to build it while I was going. And really the difference was for me was finding the levers, right? What are those key pieces that maybe I didn't remember to do, or I was doing so much that I wasn't, seeing where there was holes, or getting over some of, stuff, like not thinking that that week wasn't a great week for me, or not thinking I was the only one that went through all of this stuff. And I wasn't. And so I got a lot out of it. And I probably the first time I've made a substantial investment that I didn't walk away with like the investment hangover, which is good.
Yeah, and I think this is the one thing that I really want to, I think, and all of my students know that about me, like that it's like my big mission in life for people is that we have balance in our work life, we have balance with our families, but that we're passionate in what we do, and that we are really in our genius and making sure that what we do is really what our skill set is and what we call our genius, right? Because I don't have to teach that. I don't need to teach you those skills. I recognize these qualities in Jackie the moment I met her. And we always talk about that, right? It's like, what are those things that bring you alive, that make you excited, that you can just effortlessly do, right? And that's what we want to bring out in everybody that we work with. So what do you think in terms of the big walk away for being a part of this program? What do you think the biggest takeaways that you're going to take with you for the rest of your life?
The biggest takeaways that I'm going to come away with, that usually the adjustment you need to make is a very, very small one. It's not a radical reshifting of all the things. It's usually something small. The second would be, don't forget the fundamentals. If you keep chasing strategy, or you keep chasing a new tactic, or chasing the newest fad, or whatever that is, for me, it was getting back to what I already knew, getting back to the fundamentals of building a business, and having another person there, a partner in that, a coach, to remind me that I didn't need to build a 75-step sales funnel with 800 email sequences and lead magnets and if then statements and all of that. What I really needed to do is talk to people and coach people and do what I was always meant to do. So simple, taking that simple, and it's usually a small change.
Yeah, and I love that. And there's like three areas that we really focus on in training, right? It's our mission and our vision. Are we really clear about what we do and what we're passionate about? Do we have our programs, and can we sell, right? And for you, it was that shift to be able to say, like, I can sell naturally when I love what I'm doing and I know that I'm doing what I love, right? Is that kind of your experience with that as well?
Yeah, I think I made selling out to be it's like we all have these patterns, right? The thoughts that we continually have. And I grew up hearing like salespeople are this type of way, and sales is evil and money's bad, like legitimately my entire life. And so every time someone was like, "We've got to go out there and sell this ticket program. You have to go sell and do this." Like I immediately got this like sickness in my stomach. And I don't get anxious. Like I do big speeches in front of tons of people, but to get on the phone and sell just felt like creepy and icky and inauthentic and all these like not great words. And what I actually realized, that tiny shift thing, was I wasn't selling anything. People have problems and I have possible solutions, and I'm helping them like I always did, right? I'm coaching them to make the best decision that they need to make to solve their problem. And the great news is it may or may not be me. However, I don't have to do anything nefarious. I just have to tell them, you have that problem. This is what I think I could do to support you. Would you like me to be part of your support system? And it really just changed my mindset into like this schmarmy sort of feeling into, oh, like I'm just helping people. And that was a big deal for me. It was like, it shouldn't have been, but it was this huge deal for me to just go like, oh, all right, yeah, I can do that.
I love that. And I just think, it's really funny, like, where are we in our business, right? We're going to fall somewhere in there, right? Sometimes it's a marketing thing. Sometimes it's a confidence thing. And we need people to help us, just get over those things, right? And it's just like, I think in terms of when I think of business development and I think of business coaching, right? Again, I see the brilliance in what Jackie does. That's why we brought her on our team, right? Because I know the value and she knows her value and she knows what she's really good at. It's just little shifts, right? We don't need to reinvent the wheel. It's just about sometimes getting a little focused and allowing your creativity to flourish, right? This is what this whole thing is about, right? I am deeply passionate about helping people. I know Jackie is too. And when we can get in that place, we can just be who we are. We can serve really deeply. We can have huge impacts, and it can literally happen that easy. And I'm really glad that you joined us. It's been really a pleasure to work with you. It's been a great dynamic in our group. And I guess I would leave you with one final thing. And I would say, who do you think that this program would be perfect for? Like if you had to sum it up.
Yeah. If I had to sum it up, I would say if you're either newer to your service-based business, or you're feeling stuck in what I call a cash flow, cash basis model, where you put an hour of work out, you get an hour of work in, you don't know what expenses means yet, you haven't factored in things like ROI. If those words all sounded like foreign to you, then we're probably the right place for you to be. And if you really want to make a change, like you really have decided you're tired of not living up to your full potential, you're tired of not making the money that your family deserves, the money that you deserve to make. If you want community in this wonderful entrepreneurial journey, then I think this is the program for you.
Well, awesome. Well, thank you so much, Jackie. And we're
Welcome.
so thankful to have you on the team now. I'm very picky about who I work with. I'm just kind of a workhorse, and I think she's met her match because Jackie's pretty much a workhorse as well. So it's kind of been an interesting dynamic of us working behind the scenes. We're just like, go, go, go. But the caliber that you're going to get if you join us and you work with us, Jackie's amazing. She has a brilliant amount of background in executive coaching, business development, and I just wanted to give you guys her perspective. I highly appreciate her background, and I look up to her in her experience. And so it means a lot for you to come out and give this great testimonial. And again, if you'd like to learn more about the Core Coaching Business Program, there will be a link below, and you can check us out.
All right. Thanks so much Kevin for inviting me to give my testimonial. And if anyone has any questions, I do take individual questions. So I'm happy to answer by email. And if you're really interested, let me know. And I'll even be happy to talk to you.
Excellent.
All right. Thanks so much, guys. Bye.
Bye, guys.